you doing this morning?
I'm doing pretty peachy, a little chilly, frost on the windows and on the roofs, but happy.
Well, that's a good thing.
It means the seasons are still working. So,
Yes.
and I don't know. No rain. Winter has not yet really smacked us in the face, but frost is nice. But I want to talk to you about the market today. There's going to be a huge aspect, but we're going to zoom through this. Mortgage-backed securities, tiny tick up, Dale. We are seeing that we have risen above this floor of resistance. This little red bubble is sitting right on that 50-day moving average. So the expectation is mortgage-backed securities probably won't drop much further. There is a chance, there's always a chance, but that means that we're probably going to see a stagnation of mortgage rates, which is healthier than what we had for 6 weeks. Because
absolutely,
for the first time in 6 weeks, we had a downturn. We're finally out of the 7% range, 6.96 on the 30-year fixed rate. And the 15-year, you could see, had a little bit bigger of a drop than the 30-year. This is important to realize because as this gap widens, it's a better indicator of better rates in the future. Dale,
right.
Big question. We're in a weird market. 6.96 is still a really high interest rate for a lot of people. I've been hearing talks of to buy down your interest rate or not to buy down. What are the main buy downs?
Well, the two that most people think of course, are the temporary buy down, which is the 3-2-1, meaning it's 3% lower the first year, 2% lower the second, 1 the third, etc. There's also paying points and buying down an interest rate permanently, or quote unquote permanent buy down.
Yeah.
But the time buy down, which is not a new concept, but it's easy to think of it this way. Do you pay points or do you not pay points? And that's what we mean by the time buy down, which we'll go into in depth.
Yeah. So real quick on the temporary buy downs, these are paid by seller credits. You cannot pay this as the buyer. Well, and if you need more information on that, watch our 3-2-1 buy down video, because you'll see that it's just wasting money. Wasting money if you were to pay it. If the seller pays it, it's not a waste of money. The seller paid it.
Right.
On the permanent buy downs, all of these are synonymous terms. So you might hear discount points thrown around. Buy downs, permanent buy downs. Most of the time, these are synonymous. They mean the same thing. And we're going to talk about par pricing, time, and refi all together now. Dale, can you help us understand a little bit of what we're looking at on this chart?
So what we did is we went to a national competitor, a national lender, all the United States, and this is their rates posted for today. We're not going to say who it is, simply because that wouldn't be right or fair, but it's not too hard to figure out if you wanted to. But these are the rates that they are posting today. 30-year fixed, 7.125. But wait, there's more. Go ahead, Norman.
There's always more. And by the way, 7.125, not a terrible interest rate. If the national average is 6.96, a little above it, but not a terrible interest rate. But wait, there's more. We've circled it. When we open the legal disclosures, we have 7.125 is for the cost of 2.125 points, or $5,843.75 on a $275,000 mortgage. And wait, there's more, Dale. That's if you put 20% down.
Right. So what seeing is not necessary believing, okay?
Yeah. And this is really important. This is why working with a trusted mortgage advisor such as Dale or myself is critical, because we can quote you. Dale, I can quote you right now a 5.25%, 4.99% interest rate. I can do it. I can get you that interest rate.
Yep.
But it's going to cost you. So
what, $20,000, $30,000, something like that?
Don't tell them that, Dale. Don't tell them. And by the way, it's not all the closing costs you were mentioning earlier. This is only the lender part of the origination fee. This does not include underwriting, processing, title, escrow, insurance, prepaids, any of that. This is on top of it. So now the question is the time buy down. We're going to talk about return on investment. You have a $275,000 loan in this example. The monthly payment's $1,852.73 just for principal and interest. No taxes, insurance, nothing like that. 7.125 is your interest rate. It's costing you $5,843. If you went with par pricing, this means you're not paying any additional points to get this particular interest rate. Par pricing is 0 points for $0. You're going to get about a 7.625% interest rate. That is not very fancy. It is not very good. And it bumps your monthly payment up to $19.46.43. So, Dale, the big question to ask is it worth saving $5,843 or $93 a month? And that will take you 62.35 months to recuperate.
Yep. We're talking $100, right? I mean, $93.70 plus a McDonald's sandwich is $100. Okay.
There you go.
It's like, do you save $100 a month and be $6,000 poorer? Technically, $5,843 poorer, or do you pay $93.70 more and hope? And again, it's a hope because we really don't know the future. But will you be able to refinance in a couple years and save some money and get that 7.125 rate without paying anything? Yeah. Those are questions asked. You know, we've said this. I've told customers this, virtually every customer that's ever dealt with me, they've heard me say, we're nice guys, but we will never pay your mortgage for you. You get to. So There you go.
Yeah, and all of this boils down to your appetite for risk. If you need to play it conservatively because the future is too much of a worry and there are too many things, then a buy down is a really great thing. And by the way, it's not either or. It's not black and white. It's not blue or white on this screen. You don't have to do 2 points at $5,843. You can find a variable range between these different things, and you can choose something in between. You could pay more for all that matters, but it's up to your appetite for risk. So, Dale, I think that about wraps it up for today. I really appreciate your time.
Absolutely. You have a great day.
All right. Thank you. Have a good one.
Okay. Bye-bye.